Skylar, welcome to Day Davis.
No. You told me you didn't want this cake. Now you want it? It's just a piece. My job is so bad, you guys. They got nothing but cakes, and one of the guys there was nice enough to like give me some, and he gave me like the whole box, but it was like a half a cake that was in there. Did you like it? I remember the first time we went to Nothing But Cakes. Do you remember that girl that was in there? She was a grapevine. Yes, Skylar has on her bathing suit. The kids have on their swim clothes because today is...
I'm going to the pool. I want to swim like this.
Yeah, you're going to go to the pool and swim like that. Today's swim class day. Are you excited? Yeah.
Yay!
You got on your swim pants? Yeah? Okay. We're getting ready to head out in just a little bit. Freddie got all the kids' stuff together while I was at work. We're good to go. We got towels, changing clothes and stuff. Did you get you some changing clothes? Freddie's gonna be getting in the water with Skylar.
I just got her water back.
Oh,
I got her the little dress.
Oh, to wear when she gets out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're pretty much good to go. Freddie, are you ready for class? Hey, how do you like your new class so far?
That's your plate?
No, that's my plate. How do you like your new class so far?
Great.
Great. You ready to go swim? You did really good last week. Let's see how you do this week. All right.
Okay, give me
That's pretty much it. As long as they got their towels and a change of pull-up. Oh, you put it in the sink? Good job. Freddie, where you put your plate at?
Pick it up.
Where you put your plate at, Freddie? Okay, good job, you guys. Big Freddie was asking whose plate it was because this plate was right here. He thought the kids left it out. Nope, it was just me. So
Our kids ain't junking like that.
I'm not junking. I'm still eating the cake. Boy, no, I'm not. I am organized. I have organized clutter at times. You know, it's not junky. Anyways, I'm still eating this cake, so that's why it's still here. Y'all see the piece right there? It's not an empty plate. Yeah, Skylar. There's Freddie's shoes. All right, so we're getting ready to head out. And I'm gonna finish eating my cake before I go. No, you're not gonna take a piece. Stop looking at it. Hey, you better get your hands chopped off. Stop it. All right, y'all, cut. Literally, walked through the door, put my stuff down, ate some cake, and now I'm out the door again. Me and Freddie in the car. Turn the AC down so they can hear us. Me and Freddie in the car just talking and reminiscing and stuff, and we forgot about y'all. But we have arrived at the, put your shoes on. We have arrived at the swim class. I don't know why you try to park over here, babe. You know your truck.
Change the time, it won't be that packed over here.
I'm like, you know your truck do not fit over here. Freddie be trying to park over here with the little cars. You can't fit right now.
That's a handicap spot?
Yes. No, this is a handicap spot. Your daddy. He was trying to park right here. Told. Okay.
Yes, they will.
Violators will be towed at owner's expense. That's what the sign say. But yeah. Also,
I feel like I'm on that Biggie video.
Why?
Maybe we'll jump backwards. The hypnotize.
No.
You remember that video?
I have to look at it.
Young Jitterbug.
I was gonna tell him what we was in here.
Oh!
You didn't hit him?
Nah.
It was a car.
Man, get out of the way!
Oh gosh, Freddie driving like a crazy truck driver. They backing up too. They finna park right now. That's where you should have parked to begin with. All the kids nervous. They all like, oh, y'all okay back there? They acting like they didn't hit the brakes. He didn't even hit the brakes. He just slowed down, but him yelling scared though. Everybody was like, what? Oh my God. Freddie, the most dramatic. I heard him over sky. No, that's not. I'm not even gonna turn the camera that way. Alright, so we're getting ready to head in. And we'll see how the kids do this week. Freddie is in the advanced swim class. In case we didn't get to tell you guys, I think the last time we recorded them at swim class, we told you he was going to the class. Last week was his first day in the class, and now this is his second week in the advanced class on his new schedule because he had to switch days that they went. Like we told you guys about that, switching the days and stuff. So we switched their days. This is his second week on this day. Dang, that boy slammed that door kind of hard. All right, so let me get my stuff and go inside. Hey, Freddie.
board so you can't see me. Camouflage.
She gets so excited. She was skipping the whole way up. What are you doing, Skylar? Are you skipping? Skipping the swim class? Looks like she's doing hopscotch.
Just your boat.
Huh? Oh yeah, because they got that anchor on the back. That's not how you skip either. I don't know what they doing. None of these children know how to skip. Tell me what color.
Papa.
What color is this?
Purple.
Good job. What color is this?
Yeah, now.
Yeah. Don't run, walk. How was it today? Good? Alright, come on, let's go. Wait, look both ways. Alright, 2 kids done with swim class. Did you have fun in your class, Skylar? Uh-oh. You hear an airplane? Oh, cool. What's that, Skylar?
The airplane.
Yeah, come on, let's go get in the car. I'm tired. The kids just got out of swim class. We went to go pick up something quick to eat. I still gotta give Skylar a bath, but she wanted to eat first. Little Freddie already took his shower. Big Freddie about to jump in. Y'all, I'm so tired. I didn't even get in the water. Just sitting there watching them make you tired. Oh, goodness. Skylar, you done eating? Let me know when you're done. You still gotta take a bath. That's the only thing about switching it to the weekdays. Like, you still have other stuff that you gotta do during the day. But I prefer to have it on the weekdays versus like on my days off, because it takes up so much of our time on our days off. Like, it was hard if we wanted to go out of town or something like that. It's like, oh, we gotta rush back because the kids have swim class. So we thought it'd be better to do it during the week. But it's just something we gotta get adjusted to, because now I'm like, maybe I want it back on the weekends. No, you don't have to go to bed, but you need to take a bath. You ready to take a bath? Okay, come on, let's go take a bath. No, you don't need to bring the phone with you to take a bath. We just finna go get in the water, okay? Okay. Alright, so Skylar and Freddie, they always do that when I turn the camera on. We got the kids done with bath time. Skylar and Freddie are in little Freddie's room, just chilling out for a little bit before bedtime. They got like a few minutes. And Freddie and I were just looking at the like the amount of footage that we have. We were like, this video is kind of short. So we decided to answer some of you guys' questions that you had in our previous video. After we made that video, more of you had asked questions. So we're going to go ahead and take time to answer a few of those, if my children will behave. Hey! Hey! Who ready to go to bed? Then y'all stop that fussing. Freddie said, not me. Alright, so you were looking for the longer one, right?
Yeah, I got Titi.
Okay. Which one we doing first?
I
Your favorite nurse?
Yeah,
your favorite nurse B. I think that's what her name was.
Yeah, I think it was.
Her question was, how much did we save for our first house? I think we saved about $5,000. We saved $5,000 or $3,000.
I think we saved like $5,000 to $6,000.
But we only needed 3.
We used like 4, I believe.
Because my numbers off.
Huh?
I was like, my numbers off. I was like, I could have sworn we only used like 3 towards the house.
Back in 2011 though, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I remember.
Like, we had an FHA loan our very first time. And the FHA loan only requires you to put down 3%.
3.5.
3.5%, whatever. But that home we got based on Freddie's salary alone. Like, Freddie was the only one on the loan. I didn't go on it with him. He went by himself. And together we saved up about $5,000 to $6,000.
Yeah, we lived in a 1-bedroom when we first got together. When you was 18 and I was
20.
I had just turned 20. And then once our lease was up from that apartment, we went to a 2-bedroom. But it was kind of, you know, relative the same price. And then that's when we knew we wanted to buy a house. Well, we had already discussed it, so.
Because little Freddie was already born by then. Yeah,
so we had we sacrificed so much that year that we was able to save up about 4 or 5.
But we lived really beneath our means. Like, we didn't do no going out, no eating out, no hanging out. Like, to get that amount of money saved, we couldn't do nothing. Like,
yeah, I mean, plus we didn't have no car payments. We didn't have nothing, like, you know. We
didn't have major credit card bills or debt. We didn't have any
basic utilities and just rent. That was it. Yeah. We had no car payments, none of that stuff. So we was able to save like 4 or 5 for that year, and then, you know, income tax
on a McDonald's salary.
Yeah. And then we used some income tax that we had got back, some tax return, and we put that together, and then, you know, we was able to use like the money that we saved.
I want to comment on that tax return thing, because these, like, girls, let me tell you something. If you, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, when you make under a certain amount of money, and y'all know what I'm talking about, when you make under a certain amount of money, you get more back in income tax. You don't have to spend that income tax on a new car or clothes or shoes. Take that money and invest it back into yourself and put it down on your next house. Don't think you can't do it. You could do it by yourself.
Or, like Dave Ramsey say, in your savings emergency fund.
Man, put that thing down on the house.
But just
some of y'all get by 8, 9. Y'all could get a house with that.
No, you just, even if it's not a house, just put it up. You know, just save it no matter what.
True.
But we was able to put down, you know, about 4,000-5,000. I can't remember the exact number, but we had our.
It was like around that number.
Yeah. And plus the house, it wasn't that expensive. I think it was like the house was like it was under 150,000.
We bought it when the market was at an all-time.
Yeah, it was like 130-something thousand that we bought the house. It was a 3-bedroom, two bath, 2-car garage.
It had a front yard and a backyard.
Yeah, it was nice.
Put the picture up.
Yeah, I was about to put the picture in.
Then now the picture that he about to put up, this is after we fixed it up, because it didn't have a yard.
Yeah, everything in that house was like I did that. You know, so
the fence and everything. It didn't have a fence. It didn't have bushes.
It was a short sale. It was a short sale home.
Yeah.
You know, it was about to go into foreclosure.
So Micah all in the kitchen. It was pink too. It was, that home was built in the 90s and it looked like the 90s when we bought it.
Okay, now you're going too far.
Sorry, but we fixed it up. We fixed it up, y'all. It looks so nice.
Let's go to the next question. So to answer the question we put now, huh? I say Biggs.
Okay.
That was on the Shotters. They're going too far, Biggs.
I thought he said something else. Just for clarification, he said
I said Biggs. Whoever seen the Shotters, they know what I'm talking about.
I'm saying bad, man.
No, but to answer that question, we put down like 4 to 5, and that was it. And we had money left over for my tax returns, and that was it. And the closing costs were like another 5. So in total, we invested like 9 to 10 total. And we lived up for what, 3 years? Mm-hmm. We lived up for 3 years. We sold it, and we walked away with like $75,000. So
and dropped it on this baby. We only had to save to buy a house one time.
Yeah, that's how it worked. But that's a whole nother topic. So you gonna do TT? The TT thing kind of long. You want to read it?
Yes. Shout out to my friend.
I don't want to sound like baby.
Shout out to my friend TT from TT Party of 6. She left like a really nice comment, you guys. Okay. So she put, I have so much to say, I almost want to do a video. Honestly, I do not have, oops. Okay. You messed me up when you took the camera from me. Okay. She put, honestly, I do not have 5 years worth of my bills and finances saved, but it would be nice. I do believe that in an African American culture, more times than others, we are not educated or taught about savings or good credit or all around healthy money habits. Plus, not many of us are willing to help each other out to obtain a home. If I had a family member that would allow me to reside with them for 6 to 8 months, I could be in a home a lot sooner because I'm actually saving tons of money for my home and creating a safety net after purchasing. A lot of people have that I figured it out so can you attitude instead of helping each other out. I have a lot of other opinions, but I could write a book. Really enjoyed this sit down. You guys are dropping gems. Thank you. I want to bring it back. When she said, I do believe that in African American culture, more times than others, we are not educated or taught about savings, good credit, and all around healthy money habits. I have to say that for me, that's 100% true. I was not taught about how to build my credit or get credit. I thought you get department store credit cards and that's how you get credit. Because I wasn't taught how to get credit. I wasn't taught about how to save my money. I was told to save my money, but I wasn't taught how to actually do it. Now, I was taught how to save my money to buy things that I want in the future. Like, I really wanted a car once. And my mom told me, well, put your money away so you can get the car. But I wasn't taught to put my money away for a safety net. Like,
how old were you when they told you that?
When my mom told me that, I think I was like 17, 18. Cause I got my first job the day after I turned 16. I had got a job. And I got that job not with the purpose of saving, but I got that job with the intention of buying myself what I need, like clothes, shoes, makeup, hair. I think for most African American cultures, we go without for so long that it's like when we do get a little bit of money, we splurge and we do the most because we've gone without for so long. It's almost like we feel like sometimes clothes and shoes is what validate us because we don't have the other things. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have those other things in life. I know I'm going in deep. But anyway, so Freddie, were you taught about credit and money and all of that? What was you taught? Because I was taught survival.
What was I taught? I wasn't taught anything. Mine was more so, I taught myself because the way I was raised in the hood, the ghetto, whatever you guys want to call it.
Ghetto.
And when I had my son,
Muck City.
When I was young, I had my son. Well, I was 19.
No, I was 18 when I got pregnant. 19 when he was born. So you were 20.
So I was 20 when Freddie when we found out. Well, I'm talking when we found out he was pregnant.
Oh, we were 20. So you were 20. I was 18.
So I was 20 years old, and because where I'm from, like, you know, my area known for deadbeats and baby daddy. You know how I go when you from the hood. It's like that whole stigma thing. So I didn't want to fall in that category, you know. And plus, people were, you know, saying that I was like, you know.
Oh, you're gonna make me get emotional.
But you know, people were saying I was gonna be a deadbeat where I'm from, and you know I ain't no good, and yada 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 yada. So I was determined to prove them wrong, and I was like, you know, I wasn't raised in the home either, so
you moved around a lot growing up. Yeah, almost every year.
When I was a kid, we moved every year. Like, we went from one apartment, when the lease is up, we moved to another apartment. And I saw it, like, I never went to a school back to back to back to back. You know, except for middle school, because we only had one middle school in my city.
You lived in a small town of the Glades.
I'm going to tell you where I'm from.
They don't know what that means. Okay. They can think that's the Everglades. We'll Google it. They're going to find the Everglades.
But, so for me, it was more motivation. And so when I found out we were pregnant, I hate when people say that. We were pregnant. But
that's a whole nother story on its own.
But once I found out we was having a baby, I was like, you know, I wanted to educate myself on setting the foundation. And I felt like a home was a really...
Well, my dad did teach us a little bit.
Stop interrupting me.
Sorry. He influenced us. He influenced us.
No, but I wanted to... my hand getting tired.
That's how it be. You better find that tripod.
There we go. So I wanted to set a foundation, you know, for myself and my family, and so I felt like, you know, a home was a really good way to do it, and so I did a lot of research, and I went to a seminar, a home buying seminar, and I was a big fan of HGTV even before I like wanted a home. I used to watch that show, and I'm like, man, a house is a perfect foundation. So I learned much as I could, and I realized that, you know, with my salary at the time, I can do it, you know. And that was the motivation right there. And like I said, we went from by the time we left our first apartment, I was ready to go for it. And so, you know, the first year we kind of played around, like we was young, and you know, we had a 1-bedroom apartment with just me and her.
1-bedroom shack.
She was fresh out of high school. I was, you know, one year
I had graduated that May and moved in like June.
Yeah, so we was like, and I was making really, really good money, you know, for our age, you know.
He was making okay money, y'all.
I'm saying at the time we was young.
Yeah.
we was making a hell of a lot of money, and then our rent was only like
because our rent was really inexpensive. Our bills were inexpensive. The money was more.
Yeah, so we were living the life, and we were just
Freddie's money paid for the bills, and
it pretty much covered everything. I covered everything, and then we had more. We had left over, so it was like we was blowing money,
living that ghetto dream.
We was blowing money. I said we would go grocery shopping, go put the grocery up, and then turn around and go out to eat. You know, like,
because we didn't feel like cooking the food.
So that year we played around. The next year we was focused. We both was focused, and we saved up, and that's how we got it. You know,
I'm a strong believer in going for the things that you want. Like if it's something that I want, I have no problem saving for it. But just to be saving for.
But we didn't answer the question. People talking about our life and stuff.
I did answer. TC didn't ask a question.
It was a bunch of questions.
TC didn't ask no question.
Oh.
She stated a fact.
Oh.
Well, she stated her truth, which is our truth too. And that was just in African American culture. Part one of it was in African American culture, we were not taught how to save, how to get good credit, how to build credit. And that's not knocking like our parents or anything like that, because they can only teach you what they know. So it's like if your parents didn't teach you, don't get mad at them because they didn't teach you. They might not have known, or they might not have known how to teach you. They might have been like what TT said, that, or they figured it out so you can too type attitude. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think our culture just behind. Like we really
I do feel like we are behind in life.
And like she said, we don't help each other. Like, you know.
That was another key thing. We don't help each other. We have that like she said, they figured it out so you can figure it out on your own too. But the main thing I want to say is like what the culture is like, for some reason with our culture, and I haven't experienced this with any other culture ever, is the fact that we as black people, when we see other black people succeed, instead of looking at it as success, we look at it as our own failure. I do not understand why.
Not everybody. Not
everybody, but there are very many.
But then you have the people who have it and they don't want to help people.
Yeah.
No, or at least show them like this is how I do this, or educate them on how to. So it works both ways. Like you got the people that
made it, that's bougie with their nose in the air, and then you got the people that didn't make it, that's looking at the bougie people.
Yeah.
Like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like they success, inwardly
it make them feel bad.
Make them feel bad. Yeah. So they start to hate off of them. Like, well, they ain't all that. They ain't got this. They ain't got that. You know. Anyways, like, you know, other people's success doesn't have to be your downfall. Everybody has a moment. Everybody has a time. Everybody has a season. Sometimes God lets you endure certain things to prepare you for the future. Don't think we just woke up and we got it like that. Okay, no. To get where we are, and to be honest, I feel like we're not even nowhere. If you look at the other cultures, we're nobodies. Like, we're nothing. And it's just like, this is just the very beginning for like some people. Like the house we're in right now, this is a starter home for some people. For us, we thought we made it when we got here in the beginning, until you looked across the street and seen our neighbor's home and was like, well, dang, because their home wasn't built at the time we built our home. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, don't look at somebody else's success as your own failure. Look at their success as something that you can build up on. You know, if you see somebody that's doing really good, you know, if you're comfortable with that person, ask them how they got where they are. Ask them how they are able to move. I
think that's a problem that people are. They
don't look at them and be like, ah.
No, I think our culture have ego problems. Like, we're afraid to ask for help.
Yeah.
Or too proud to ask for help. And then you, like I said, you have the people who know what they're doing and they don't want to share the info or the
because they feel like it's gonna take away from them.
They don't want to share a blueprint on how to, you know, succeed, because they want to be.
I can't tell you how to do it, because then
they want to be the only one that's shining. You know, they want to be the one that's the star. Like, you know what I mean?
Nah. You want a team where everybody winning, because when everybody winning, then y'all really winning. If you don't,
that's why I like answering these questions. Kind of like some people really are trying to figure things out. And, you know, I'm not saying we got the answers, but
no, we can tell you from our own point of view.
When we experience this for ourselves, we can answer to our best knowledge that we have. Not saying that we gonna always be political correct, but we just telling you from what we know, what we've been through.
Like I said, you can only teach what you know. If you don't know, you can't teach it.
You know, some people they just.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, it was kind of weird at first, because like when Freddie and I thought about even to doing these sit downs and talks and stuff, we almost kind of.
Well, I don't want to say this is a sit down. I want to do it.
No, it's not a sit down. It's just us laying in the bed.
We just trying to get some more footage because we ain't ready to record them.
Okay, let's just be honest.
But I really do want to do a sit down though. I feel like
you want to do a professional.
Look, I feel like people really want to know, and like I said, I'm not trying to say like we got all the answers or we know what we doing. Like we just telling based on what we've been through and what we experienced. Cause everybody's experience is gonna be different. Like, you know, everybody go through different things in life, or they've been different places in life, so they have different stories to tell.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you ask me a question and I can answer, you know, something that I've been through, then, you know, I think it's good.
You just made this video long as hell, cause it's that was like almost a 30-minute long video.
Well, that's you with that long backstory.
Sorry. Well, for those of you that cared to listen, thank you for joining in tonight.
Yeah.
I like doing the sit downs like this because it's informal though, but I mean, it's just like I feel like we just sitting down and having conversations.
You know, when you guys give us that good feedback, it kind of make us want to keep going. You know, like I be reading the comments, I'm like, oh, they really
I know. I'm like, y'all done hearing about this house stuff because we could move on, but I feel like because this is what's going on in our life right now, we could kind of, you know, talk on it and guide you through it a little bit for those of you that are interested in it. And I feel like it was weird because at first I didn't really want to talk about our experience because I felt like ours was so like non-traditional that y'all were gonna be like, oh, y'all can't do it like that. Da, 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 da. Man,
my arm hurt.
Give me this. Gosh, there you go. So like I was saying, I felt like the way we do things is like non-traditional. Like it's not the way that they would, like a Dave Ramsey would tell you.
There's no right. There's no right way to do it.
No, but I just feel like this is how we did it. You know, this is how people who didn't. I don't want to say people from the hood, but this is how we did it. Okay.
No, it was one that she left a really good comment too, and she was saying how she bought a house, and you know she didn't. She kind of went the route that we went, and she was like, she was happy. You know, she's like, I don't.
It's a struggle doing it this way though, because it's not like for some people, you know. Let's just say, for example, when our kids get ready to purchase their first home, because of the way that me and Freddie trying to set up our life, we'll most likely be able to give them something towards that. You know what I'm saying? When we got ready to buy our house, and they were like, oh, do you have money for the down payment? We were like, well, how much? And then they said how much, and we were like, okay, we didn't have. We was like, okay, they had how much we need? Cause I got a couple hundred, and it was like, oh, you're gonna need around like $3,000 to $4,000. What? You know what I'm saying? Like at that time, we didn't necessarily have that money saved up, and they were like, do you have anybody you can ask? I'm like, ask? I can't even borrow $10. What you mean ask for a couple thousand? Are you crazy? Like we didn't have that, so we had to do it and, you know, get it the way we got it, you know, and that's how we did it. Some people, you know, they're fortunate enough to have family members that can lend them the money that because they themselves got themselves financially stable. And if you have that, that is beautiful. And don't let nobody knock you because your parents did the right thing or your family did the right thing. Don't let nobody knock you for that. And for those of you whose parents didn't have it, don't get mad at them for not having it because maybe they didn't have the knowledge to get it. Maybe life happened to them and they weren't able to do it, you know? And that's something that me and Freddie had to accept. That it's not our parents' fault that things happen a certain way. Sometimes life gives you that hand. All we trying to do is just try not to repeat the cycle. That's all. Like that's the main thing that I can say that we trying to do. Try not to repeat the cycle. We want to improve. We want our kids to go further in life than what we did, and we're trying to go further in life than what our parents did. That's all. And I feel like if you can say you did that, then that's good. That's a blessing because sometimes it goes the other way. Anything else to add? Because we done said a mouthful. This video done got long. It was short. And now we done made a separate video right here. But we're going to put this into the first part. So thank you guys so much for watching. Life with State of the Experience. So enjoy. And 1 and 2 and 3 to say goodbye. Say goodbye. Yeah. Thumbs up if you like this video. And always be happy.
Say goodbye.